Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This is a quick guide on how to complete the Lightblade Grandmaster Nightfall. I'll first show you our loadouts followed by the strategies. Timestamps are in the description below. This Grandmaster contains unstoppables and barriers. There are solar and arc shields. The threat is arc, so definitely have some arc resist mods. At the time of recording, the searches were arc and void. This could be different for you depending if you do the GM on the week it comes out or later on free you conquer a title. So always double check what the surges are and match a subclass and weapons to them. Moving on to loadouts, we had a Warlock running Void for damage combined with Nezarec Sin to boost ability regen. We had two Titans, one of which ran Stasis for freezing adds combined with Hoarfrost to create Stasis barricades, whilst the second Titan ran Thundercrash for DPS combined with Falling Star to boost the Thundercrash damage. If you want to bring a Hunter, then I suggest using Strand for Rat Clear combined with 6 Coyote for additional dodges. Moving on to weapons, the Warlock ran a Wish Ender for stunning barriers, a Glaive for stunning unstoppables, and a Machine Gun for DPS and ad clear. The Titan ran an Arbalest for stunning barriers and a Hand Cannon for stunning unstoppables, as well as a Machine Gun for DPS. Finally, the second Titan ran a Wish Ender for stunning barriers and a Glaive for also stunning unstoppables. Finally, they too ran a Machine Gun for DPS. Now onto mods, starting with a class item. Run any of the mods that help reduce your ability cooldowns when using different abilities. You could also run the mods Proximity Ward and Healthy Finisher to get your health back along with an Overshield when performing a finisher. For Leg Armor, you can run mods that help with your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. You could also run Scavenger mods to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. On your chest armor, run a Concussive Dampener to help reduce incoming damage from grenades and the boss's explosions. Also run an Arc Resist mod because incoming arc damage is increased by 25%. For gauntlets, yet again run any mods that boost your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a Heavy Ammo Finder mod on along with a Scout Finder mod for your teammates. Also run some Ashes to Assets to get your super back on grenade kills. These are the loadouts that we used. Either copy them or use them to make your own designs. You do not need the same loadouts, subclasses or characters that we have to complete this GM. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Once you spawn, run down the stairs. On your right side will be an area filled with adds, including the boss and 2 barriers. Start off by damaging the boss because it will force him to teleport away. Now you have 2 options. You can kill these 2 barriers to get an extra 2 revives, or rotate around the left side of the map all the way to the back to the next area. This will despawn the adds including the champs and still give you platinum rewards. In the next area you'll be facing multiple waves of enemies including 3 Lightbearers, but there is a strategy to control the spawn rates. Start off by killing the 2 wizards and acolytes at the end of the hallway and be careful of the acolytes' grenades. In the middle of the room will be 2 barriers along with more adds and a Lightbearer on the right side balcony. Whatever you do, try not to kill acolytes around the barriers because it will cause more adds to spawn in. Instead, focus on taking out the 2 barriers first, either using the left or the right side stairs for cover. Then focus on the Lightbearer on the right side and be careful of its weakening grenades along with super because it will one-shot you. They can throw a shield that bounces off walls and it can wipe the whole team. Remember to finish the Lightbearer's ghost. From here, remain at the top and begin sniping at the acolytes until the Lightbearer spawns at the top next to you. I suggest one of you pops your super here to really damage it or even freeze it for safe takedowns. If the Lightbearer activates its super, run back down the hallway and wait it out. Same as before, kill the Lightbearer, then focus on the acolytes in the middle until the last wave of adds spawn in. The last wave will contain the 3rd Lightbearer along with 2 arc shielded mini boss knights. The knights will chase after you, so draw them away from the rest of the adds for easy kills, leaving the Lightbearer exposed for an easy kill. Follow the strategy because if you kill the wrong adds at the wrong time, you can end up dealing with 2 Lightbearers at the same time. In the next area will be a barge and on either side are some stairs leading up to 2 barrier champions. Split into 2 groups or deal with them together one at a time. Use the stairs for cover by head glitching the top of them to safely kill the adds. Once done, jump onto the barge and as it is moving forward, begin sniping the adds on the left and the right sides of the room. Be careful of a Shrieker at the end of the room and take it out together to get rid of it ASAP. If you have to, at any point you can jump off the barge onto the side balconies for cover to take them out in your own time. Up next, you'll need to collect the orbs on the left and right side balconies to reactivate the barge. Each balcony is protected by some adds and a Lightbearer champion. Same as before, go together or split up and head glitch the top of the stairs to shoot the Lightbearer without the Lightbearer being able to hit you back. I suggest you don't use any roaming supers here because they will throw weakening grenades at you on sight as soon as you peek over the ledge, as well as launch the super. If you want to, you can wait out the super first and then engage the target. Once done, collect the orbs, bank them next to the barge and jump on. Just like before, you can either stay on the barge or jump off onto the sides and take your time clearing the ads. There are plenty of witches and shriekers, so it is easier to simply jump to the right side and snipe them all. If you have an Omnioculus Hunter, you could just stay on the barge and turn invisible all the way to the end portal. Once you jump through the portal, turn around and jump onto the balcony behind you, but be careful to not jump towards a thrall. You can stand on the balconies and shoot the thrall that land on the barge without getting hit. Just make sure to stand on the corners of the balcony and not in the middle because the thrall will push you off. This next area can be tricky because of all the moths and screeps, so you have 3 different strategies. First off, clear the ads spawning to your left and right to make the area safe. You can walk together as a group going from podium to podium, refreshing your darkness and shooting the moths along the way. You can do this and take the shortcut by following the right side wall and skipping some podiums as well as ad spawns. For the second strategy, you could use an Omnioculus Hunter and turn invisible all the way to the end by sticking close together as a group. The last option is to use a Strand Hunter and use the super to literally grapple your way through the area all the way to the end. Whichever method you choose, make sure everyone is on board with it. As you can see, we simply walked along the right side of the map all the way to the end by hugging the right side cliff wall. In the next cave, you'll be facing an Unstop, plenty of ads and moths throughout the whole area. Using the rock on the right side, you can peek around to the left and take pot shots at the ads inside along with the Unstop champ. Take some time trying to snipe the moths inside as they can one-shot you. Slowly push up, clearing the area, and once you get inside the cave, additional waves of scorn will spawn above you. Use the hill for cover to peek over it and snipe at them. Move up to the mouth of the cave, but do not jump down. In front of you will be 2 ogres and 2 Unstop champs. Just take your time sniping at them and conserve your ammo because at this distance you will burn through it quickly. Kill the 2 large ogres first, but leave the Unstops alive. Whilst they are close to the boss, the shriekers will remain opened, so you can just snipe them from afar and kill both shriekers, which will despawn the boss. Be careful though because the screeps tend to jump up towards you every so often. Then focus on killing the Unstops and any remaining ads. You are now in the boss room. Once again, you will need to follow the strategy closely to not spawn in too many ads at once. There are 2 key things you can do here to survive. To begin with, one person can jump from balcony over to the center stage back and forth. The boss will be focused on chasing the person down, and using this method it will prevent him from shooting. Just don't linger for too long because he will swipe you, killing you in the process. The second is if the boss is shooting at you, make sure that there is a pillar in front of you. If not, double jump upwards and use the archways to block his shots. But do not travel in one direction. Move in one direction and halfway through, double back. This will cause its attack to become split. Steadily lower the boss's health until some thralls spawn in. Stop to kill them and continue to damage the boss until it loses a full bar of health. This will cause 2 Arcanites and a Lightbearer to spawn in whilst the boss will just stay frozen in the middle. If you kill all 3, it will cause a barrier to spawn in, so instead kill 1 Arcanite and keep the second one alive. One person can distract it whilst the other 2 focus on killing the Lightbearer. Now you can wait until your super returns by collecting the orbs in the middle, and once you are ready, kill the last Arcanite. This will spawn the next wave of ads, including 2 barriers. Now is the time to use your supers and kill one of the barriers in the spawns as quickly as possible. By doing so, it will be easier to deal with the boss and the other barrier rather than being sandwiched between 2 barriers. One person distracts the boss whilst the other 2 focus on killing the last barrier. Continue to lower the boss's health using your kinetics to give your supers a chance to replenish. When it hits half health, additional ads will spawn with another 2 barriers. Same as before, use your supers to kill 1 barrier instantly. Then one person distracts whilst the other 2 focus on the last barrier. Then it's back to lowering the boss's health until it hits the last bar, causing 2 more Arcanites to spawn in along with a Lightbearer. Just like before, kill 1 Arcanite and leave 1 alive. One person distracts it whilst the other 2 deal with a Lightbearer. Then wait for your supers to replenish if needed before killing the last Arcanite because it will spawn in the last 2 barriers. This time the last 2 barriers will spawn when the boss reaches half health. The strategy is once again repeated. Kill 1 barrier and it spawn together, and then one person distracts the boss whilst the other 2 kill the last barrier. From here you can just use everything you have left on the boss because there won't be any more Lightbearers or champions. And there you have it, that is how you complete with Lightblade Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.